Hey, what's up? I'm Guy. That's John. You found our YouTube channel. Subscribe to it. Give this video a like.
Also, check out the podcast below in the description.
All right. DeAndre Hopkins, John, Arizona Cardinal, said this about Mike Thomas. Mike's my boy, but he knows if I had Drew Brees my whole career, what these numbers would be. Julio Jones knows that if I had Matt Ryan my whole career, he knows what these numbers would be. Those guys have been blessed to be in a position where their whole career they've had a Pro Bowl quarterback. This is the guy who was third year in the league, had 111 catches and 13 touchdowns with Brian Hoyer as the signal caller.
Yeah, he has had Deshaun Watson these last several years. Remember I think that first year he tore his ACL. You know, his numbers, though, are stupid. In 4 of the last 5 years, he's had 95-plus catches. In 3 of those years, he had 100-plus catches. He's had double-digit touchdowns in 3 of the last 5 years. Like, all the guy does is produce at a really high level. He doesn't run fast. He doesn't practice. I don't give a shit. When a big game's happening, I want this guy on my team. It's a heist what they got for him. And to me, these last 2 years of triple-digit catches, like the division's getting a little better now. It's more competitive, right? He went from the best team in his division, win a division that, kind of hit or miss. A lot of, even on good years, had like 8, 9 win teams. Didn't usually have the 11, 12 win teams in his tenure. To going with a team to a division where, I mean, theoretically, the Rams too, we got 3 teams that could win double-digit games. And you last year you had 2 teams that won double-digit games. Really good defensive head coaches or defensive head coach, 2 defensive coordinators in Robert Saleh that runs the Pete Carroll system. Could get a little more challenging, but to me, he's just a star, and I would expect him with Kyler to be really, really good.
So, first question, is there a chance that he's right, that he's the best receiver, he's better than Michael Thomas, he's better than Julio Jones, and just hasn't been able to put up the same numbers those guys do given the circumstances?
I'd say Julio Jones the best. He's bigger, stronger, faster.
But I do think if there was a draft in their primes, Michael Thomas is just younger.
Yeah.
I think prime DeAndre Hopkins would go ahead of prime Michael Thomas.
I think teams that could have got a hold of Odell after like 2 years would take Odell over this guy. Again, I mean, I think this guy solidified himself in the top 3 or 4 guys, and it's just your preference. To me, Julio's just faster.
Yeah.
Like, he can take a quick screen to the house, and he's bigger, and he's just been doing it longer. Yeah. He's just to me, he's the total package. I think he's like, would you say the modern day kind of Terrell Owens? Like, even when the team sucks, you're like, there's Julio, walk-off touchdown against the Niners, 12 catches. You're like, Jesus, this guy never stops. And neither does Hopkins, though. I just think when you can't run, there is a limit. Like, a lot of his catches do come in contested areas. I got no problem with it, but he's great in the red zone because he's just so great at high pointing the ball. I think he's could just go nuts the next couple of years. Wouldn't you say Cliff Kingsbury is a pretty wide receiver friendly offense?
Yeah. By the way, he's only missed 2 games in 7 years. So for all the stuff about his practice, he doesn't miss games. He plays. But to your point, you bring up Kyler and Cliff. What he's talking about, he's saying I'm the best, but he's also saying that it's a we. So the we, Kyler, can I'm the best go to we the best? Now, you're not going to top Brees. But could this be a better marriage for him than Deshaun? And Deshaun, at least from a production standpoint, went really well. Could this be better than it was in Houston?
If you told me the next 5 years who plays better, I'd have to pick Deshaun Watson. He's been doing it now at the highest level and winning consistently. I love Kyler's traits, but it wasn't all his fault by any means. But there's a lot of unknown. I think you could bet right on the upside, but it could also go poorly. But we're betting on an unknown. Like, I know with Deshaun Watson, and I give him DeAndre Hopkins, he's putting up a hundo and 10 touchdowns, right? And in a playoff game, those 2 guys operated like a basketball team. Like, yeah, our team might not be great, but us 2 can fucking dominate. Like, a Kyler, we think that. I don't know. Now, from a production standpoint, I think he's going to produce. Is he going to be on a 6-win team, though? Right? The one thing he's had these last several years is playing on Sunday Night Footballs, on double-digit win teams, on teams that are playing in wild card weekend against other playoff. It's just, and he was always one of the best. He just might be a great player. Look at his teammate. you go, imagine what Chandler Jones would have been like the last 3 years on the Eagles or the Rams or Seattle. He does get lost in the shuffle, and that happens sometimes at Arizona. Now, if Kyler's a star, he will not get lost, right?
Yeah, but it's an if. I mean, we're talking about a team that passed for 217 yards a game last year. Now, is he the difference?
Do you think Kyler's going to go to a lot of Pro Bowls? Because it's hard to feel good about saying that.
No, I mean, I think there's a chance he's a really good player, but there's no way you at this point would say he's guaranteed. You can feel comfortable that he just upgraded a quarterback. You wouldn't say that. You would say he's downgraded the quarterback. It's not like Deshaun Watson's 35.
And I know this is going to be a polarizing statement because everyone hates the coach. He definitely downrated it, coach, right? He has one coach that goes to the NFL playoffs every year. Another guy that never won more than 7 games in the Big 12. It's just numbers don't lie.
Yeah, Bill O'Brien's been 9-7 3 times, and he has 2 years better than that.
Yeah, he wins.
But
so I just he's going to be productive. I think he's one of the best wide receivers in the league. I hope as a fan he doesn't get lost on a team that's kind of always drafting in like the top 10.
Yeah, I hope
which
so.
Could happen.
I will say this though, the division got tougher, but that means if he's put up 100+ catches, if he's doing it against the 49ers, the Seahawks, and the Rams, those will just be high-profile games, right?
Yes.
In some ways, more high-profile than the division he was. I mean, certainly more high-profile than the division he was in.
We used to make fun of his old division on Thursday Night Football, right?
Yeah.
Like their games were kind of meant for Thursday Night Football.
The old Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, when it was not as cool as it got on Fox.
When the best thing about it was Color Rush.
Yeah, it was like Jags Texans again.
I swear I've seen this game 10 times. Yeah, I think there's a chance he has the right to say that he's the best. He has the right to point out that one guy played with Matt Ryan and the other guy played with Drew Brees. But, I think we also all understand that the position is so visual from the way we consume it. Like, we get that you didn't all have the same quarterback, and we still put you up there, right? You just watch, and I just seen you make so many big plays. Your numbers are comparable. I think we all understand Michael Thomas plays with Sean Payton and Drew Brees. I think we all get that.
Yeah. I also think we know what DeAndre Hopkins is. He's a, dominant player and has been his entire career, whether he played with scrubs or whether he played with the Pro Bowl. I think this puts the pressure on his coach as quarterback.
Yeah.
Like if he's not producing, it goes, well, we watched him with everyone dominate. So it's on you guys to now make this thing happen. I actually have more faith in the quarterback. Like just they'll be able to kind of freelance and make shit happen because he is kind of like he'll be covered, come back, high point the ball. Can they dial up the plays? Will this offense consistently work against the big boys in this division?
By the way, think about now the last 2 years. It didn't work out the way we thought it would last year. A second-year quarterback who went number 1 overall got one of the best wide receivers in the NFL, dropped in his lap. Odell to Baker. This year, Hopkins to Kyler. I think this one will go better.
Well, Steve Keim, Cliff Kingsbury are praying to God it does.
Let us know what you think down in the description below, in the comments below. And what else, John?
Like the video.